A very good morning, my dear students. Hope you all are fine at your home and also investing your time in a very fruitful manner. My dear students, do you remember what we have done in our last class? We have completed the second chapter of our textbook. Do you remember the name of the chapter? It was the birthday surprise, right? So my dear students, today we are going to start a new chapter of the workbook, that is module 2. So in this module, my dear, there are 4 sections. Okay, but today we will be doing only the 3 sections. So I have divided these sections in number 1, I listen, number 2, vocabulary, and the third part we will be doing the grammar part, in which we have punctuations. So my dear student, in the first part, the first section, that is the I listen. So what we have in there? We have the word dictation. In our previous class, we have done the chapter, right? So we will be doing a few words related to that chapter. The words are already given in your book. So what you need to do, you need to listen and trace the word that I will be reading out. Got it? So my dear student, please take out page number 10 of your workbook. So what we have the first word in it? The first word is birthday. So do you remember? It is a special occasion for everyone, right? So what is the spelling of birthday here? The spelling is B-I-R-T-H-D-A-Y, birthday. So birthday is very special for everyone, right? What we do, we wear new clothes and we make a lot of fun in that time, right? So my dear student, come to the second word now. What is the second word? It is frock. So I told you in the last class, a frock is a dress, right? And all girls love to wear that, and also they flaunt the dress in a very happy way, right? So what is the spelling of frock now? F-R-O-C-K. Got it? Okay. So what is the third word now? The third word is related to a place where we go for learning new things. So the third word is school, a place of knowledge, right? So what is the spelling of school? S-C-H-O-O-L, school. So I think so you have written till here, you have traced the words, right? So I'm repeating again the 3 words. So the first word is birthday, second is frock, third is school. So my dear, now come to number 4. Number 4 is this. What are these? These are chick. Yes, do you remember this story? Okay, so what is the spelling of chick? C-H-E-E-K. Chick. Whose tears roll down from the eyes till cheeks? Do you remember? Okay, so the fourth word is chick. We have done that. And number 5 is now ask. What do you mean by ask? When we need something, right? When we need something, we always ask for it, right? Like if you want something from your mama, then mama, can you give me a glass of water? Then what you do? You ask for it, right? So what is the spelling of ask? A-S-K. Ask. So come to number 6th word now. It is related to the birthday again. And when we receive it, we feel very happy. In the same way, when we give this to other, we feel more happier. Right? So what is it? It is a gift. G-I-F-T. Gift. Got it? Come to number 7 word. It is related to some colors. Okay. So what is it? It is a color's name. What is it again? It is black. What is the spelling of black now? B-L-A-C-K. Black. Hope you have traced it. So come to the last word. It is related to something that you always want to eat, but eating that always gives us a bad toothache and also stomach ache. Right? So what is it? It is sweets. So what is the spelling of sweets? S-W-E-E-T-S. Got it? So my dear students, here we complete the first section, that is I listen. My dear students, please go through all the words and learn the spellings. Got it? So now we will be doing the section 2, that is the vocabulary. Got it? Okay. My dear students, so let's begin the second section, that is the vocabulary. So my dear students, what do you mean by vocabulary? Vocabulary means it's all about words. So it's very fun to know more and more about words, right? So it is a collection of words. We can learn as many as words, right? Okay, so please now turn to page number 11. We will be learning here about names of shapes. What you have to do here, you have to color the shapes and also trace their name. So the first picture is of a triangle. A triangle is a closed figure with 3 straight sides and 3 corners. So my dear students, you can color it with whatever color you want to, right? So I have colored my triangle into green color. So can you give me an example of triangle? So I'm giving a small example of an edible item, which is my favorite. So what is it? It's a samosa. It looks somewhat like a triangle, right? Okay. The next picture is of a square. A square is a figure with 4 equal sides. So my dear students, I have colored my square into yellow color. Okay, so you can paint any color, you can draw, you can put any color in it, right? So can you give an example of a square? So an example of a square is chessboard. So many of you might love to play that, right? Okay. So come to now third picture. So the third picture is of a circle. A circle is a round shaped figure that has no corners. So when you see a circle, you'll find no corners in it. Okay, so the best example of a circle is a ball. Many of you love to play that, right? And I've colored my circle in pink. Okay, so I have painted in it pink. Come to the fourth figure, that is a figure of a rectangle. A rectangle is a figure having 4 sides and 4 corners. The opposite sides of a rectangle have the same length. So, what is an example of it? You can say your pencil box, right? Okay, so my dear students, we have done the tracing and coloring of the shapes. So the first one was a triangle, second is square, third is circle, and the fourth one is rectangle. Okay, come to exercise 2.2. So in here we'll learn about the number names. You might be learning the numbers by now, right? You have been doing this in your math classes, right? So in here you have to trace the number words given in the space provided. So the first number word is 7. What is the spelling of 7? S-E-V-E-N. I have 7 sweets with me. Number 2 is 8. E-I-G-H-T. I am 8 years old. So third word is 16. S-I-X-T-E-E-N. 16. Look at that 16 birds, or look at those 16 birds. Number 4 is 20. T-W-E-N-T. 20. Seema has 20 chocolates with her. So my dear students, here we complete our textual exercise 2.1 and 2.2. So my dear students, come to the third section of our module today. So what is the third section? It is the grammar portion, and we will learn about the punctuation marks. So what is the objective that we are going to get from here? The objective is to know the use of basic punctuation marks while writing. So this is the objective that we are going to get today. So coming to punctuation again. What are punctuation marks? Right? This question might be arising in your mind. Yes? So my dear students, punctuation marks are those marks which help us in giving or explaining a sentence in a more clear way. Fine? Like suppose you want to eat many things. Fine, many things you want to eat, like chocolates, cold drinks, yes, now biscuits, so many things you want to eat. Yes, but you are telling the things in such a haphazard, in a speedy way that no one gets what you are trying to tell, what you're trying to make them understand. Yes? Okay, so what happened while speaking something? It's very easy. The person who is standing near us understands what we are trying to tell. Yes, but the same thing differs when we write something. Got it? Suppose if you write it down, I like chocolate, biscuit, ice cream, this, that, what happens? There is no pause. There is no, if I have to say, a proper meaning of what you want to say. Yes, but when you write the sentence in a very proper way using the punctuation marks, like if I have to say, what are the punctuation marks? Like the full stop, yes, the capital letter, the comma, yes, the question mark, these all. Yes or no? There are many other punctuation marks. Yes. So what happens? Suppose, as again I'm turning back to the example. So when you say that, when you are writing something, you are writing that, Mama, I love to eat an ice cream, comma, yes, a biscuit, comma, an apple, and also few sweets. Yes, so then at last what you are going to add? In there you are going to give a full stop. Yes, so when you write in such a beautiful way using the punctuation marks, what it means? Okay, my child wants to eat these 3-4 things. Yes, but when you give in a certain way without giving any pause, what will be? Your mama will think, okay, is this a name of a single thing? Ice cream, apple, chocolates. Is this a name of a single thing? Right? So it will create a confusion. Yes or no? But when you give a pause and you just distinguish the line in a very proper way, differentiate the line in a very proper way with all the objects, what happens? It gives a very clear idea. Got it? Yes. So as I told my dear students that there are many punctuation marks. Yes, but today we will be doing only how many? 3 punctuation marks. Okay, the first one is the capital letters. Second is the full stop. And the third one is again, what is it? What is it? The question mark. Got it? So do you remember in the last module, in the first module, we have learned about the naming words. Yes? So in the naming words, I told you about the proper noun. Do you remember that? Okay, what did I say in the last class? That proper nouns are always written in what letters? Capital letters. Yes? So what happens? Any name, my name, yes, or anything that has a particular name, it is a proper noun. Yes? Okay. So, again in there I told you that a sentence is always started with the capital letter. We never start a sentence using a small letter. We always start the sentence using the capital letter. Got it? Again, one more letter is there which is always used in a capital letter form. Do you know what is it? This is the letter I. What is the letter? It is the letter I. I is always written in capital letter wherever it may be in the sentence. Got it? Okay. So again, come to the next topic, next part of the punctuation mark. That is what? The full stop. Yes? So what is full stop now? Where do we use a full stop? Every sentence is begin with a capital letter and always ends with the full stop. I have written here the objective. It's very clearly seen, right? So look at the first letter of it. I have used here the capital T. Yes? And also I have ended the sentence with a full stop. Yes? So always keep that in your mind, my dear students, that a sentence is always starts with a capital letter and ends with a full stop. And in here you don't have comma right now, but I just want to add here. Commas are used to separate two things. Yes? When there are many things in a sentence, it helps us to just separate it. This is a comma. Yes, we will be knowing about it more in further classes. Got it? Okay, so come to the third part, that is the question mark. So we all know what are question marks. You have seen, might be right. These are the question marks. Yes. So when we use a question mark, when we have some question in our mind. Okay, a question mark sentence is never ended with a full stop. You can never end any question using a full stop. Like, what is your name? When you say that, you can't use a full stop in it. Can you use it? No. These are the question framing sentences. Yes, so in such sentences, what you do, you always put a question mark. Yes? When you have many queries, yes, many queries like, Mama, when is our school going to open? Yes, so this is a question that you are asking. You are just asking your mama, you have some queries, yes. So in such sentences, what you do, you always put a question mark. Got it? So the three things that we have learned today are the capital letters, which are always start with the what? The first sentence is always start with a capital letter and ends with the full stop. Got it? And question mark are used when we ask any questions. Got it, my dear students? Okay. So my dear students, let's see few examples. Okay, so I've written here 4 examples. Now let's find whether the examples that I have written are grammatically correct or not. Right? Okay, so the first sentence is, my pet cat and I went to Puri. So can you find any error, any mistake in the first sentence? Yes, there are, right? So as we know that the first sentence, the first letter of any sentence should be a capital letter, right? So the first mistake we get here is that I have written the letter M in small, right? What it should be in capital M. So let's see again, there are many mistakes or it is correct. Fine. So my pet cat and I went to Puri. So what is the mistake next in here? It is the letter I. Do you remember? Just now I told you all that the letter I is always written in capital letter, right? Wherever it may be in the sentence. Got it? Okay. So come to again, went to Puri. There is one more mistake. Can you just sort it? Which is it? It is Puri, right? As I told you, proper nouns are always written in capital letter. Correct? Okay, so here P goes in capital letter. Fine? Okay, so come to number 2 now. My name is Nior. So fine, perfectly. We have not done any mistake in the first phase. M is written in capital letter, right? Name is near. Okay, in here again we have written near in capital letter. Means what? Okay, we know that names of persons are written in capital letter. But I think so the sentence is not complete, right? So can you find it? What is the mistake? So the big mistake that I've done is I've not given the full stop. Yes? So a sentence is not complete until and unless you don't stop it by giving a full stop. Correct? Okay. So come to now number 3, the third sentence. Where is he? Okay. So is there any mistake now? Can you see it? Yes, there is, isn't it? We are asking a question. Yes, I just can't find my brother. I don't know where is he. Yes, so I'm just searching for him. I'm looking for him and I'm asking the question. Yes, so what it should be? There should be a question mark rather than the full stop. Yes, correct? Okay, so come to number 4, the last sentence. The last sentence is I don't like eggs. So do you like eggs? Okay, so in here the sentence, let's see whether it's correct or wrong. I started with the capital letter. I don't like eggs. Eggs are common nouns, so I have not used anywhere the capital letter, right? And also I have completed the sentence by giving a full stop at the end of this sentence. So grammatically this sentence is perfectly correct, right? So my dear students, hope you all understood the punctuation marks. Yes, so my dear students, what we learned today we have learned about the capital letters that are always used at the beginning of a sentence. Full stops are those marks that are always comes in the end of a sentence, and without a full stop a sentence is not complete, right? So the third mark is the question mark. Whenever we ask any question, whenever we have any queries, so we always end that sentence giving a question mark, right? So my dear students, here we just wrap up our class for today, and in our next class we will be doing the textual exercises. Thank you.